Welcome back to another video of Warframe. Today I just want to show you guys that if you do Casino on repeat, you can get the Kuva weapons. And right now I got the Kuva Sobek. You can see it's 28%. I will show you guys how to combine the stuff as well to have the higher chance or have a higher percentage weapon. You might have to rerun this infinite times. But yeah, once you get the Kuva weapon from Cassini that you want, then you're gonna move over to Earth, because you always start on Earth. And you can see that your Lich is taking over the place. So now there's red goop everywhere, and you can choose the mission you want to do. So right now, we can choose between Exterminate, Defense, pretty much anything that has this flower icon. You can see around, like, next to E Prime. There's literally like a flower blooming icon there. So you can do all of this, pretty much with anything that you want. So yeah, you just do that, and after you're done with it, there's gonna be the guy is gonna steal stuff from you. So I'm gonna use Zaku over here because Zaku is really good in Exterminate. I mean, this low level doesn't really matter who you're going to use. But once you click on it, you can either choose between the level 1 to 3 or choose the flower icon again. So we're going to choose the Exterminate here to do this mission with. So yeah, let's do it. So once you're in the mission, it's just a regular mission, but there's going to be an extra red icon. And this red icon is to backstab these guys. They're normally in a blue color. So it's really hard to miss them. So yeah, I just choose Zaku because Zaku is pretty good in Exterminate. But yeah, you want to keep your eye open for these red icons. The reason why you do that is to get information from the Lich that we're gonna like try and hunt down. You can see the Requiem at the very top there, like there's a circle filling up. See, after that kill again, circle is filling up. Now, once you get like an Eximus unit that is blue like that, that's when you get a big chunk of that also. I should actually make like, show you guys everything, like why you do this, like what Kuva weapons is good to get. How you get the element and stuff as well.
Hey dreamers, we are up and ready to party.
Let me do that quickly so I can just show you guys.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
I don't want to make this video too long. Just want to like show you guys somewhat of how this works. But yeah, sometimes your Lich will spawn in your mission also. The Lich is like nothing really special. It's a fairly hard unit to kill. But yeah, it's a boss, so it's gonna be hard to kill. So we have another icon there, so it's important for us to get to these icons.
We've broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Once the mission is done, we're gonna just extract like regular, as if it's a regular mission. We have a... Oh, I thought we have another red icon. We didn't. And then you'll see that the Lich is stealing stuff from you. You can see I lost 204 credits. We lost Rubido. All these things that get stolen, if I'm not mistaken, how this works is the Lich will give you double that back after you decide either kill him or to grab him as a teammate. But we'll talk about that a little bit closer to that part. Okay, so I'm gonna just show you guys here for a specific element that you want. Impact is probably the worst one, but like there's impact, heat, cold, electricity, toxin, magnetic, radiation, blast, and corrosive. I think the two that you'll use the most is gonna be heat and magnetic. So you can just use these frames. So Banshee, Caliban, Excalibur, Gyre, just take a screenshot of this if you really need to. But yeah, these are the units that you need to get a specific element. So how do you get this element? Before you start to do Cassini, you want to be that frame. You want to be that frame that whatever frame you want, whatever element you want on the weapon. So you're going to spam this until you get your Kuva weapon you want. So for example, if you want to get the Kuva Nukor, heat or magnetic is the go-to, so you use a heat or magnetic character. Heat is for more damage, magnetic is for more priming. So do a little bit of research of your build that you want to follow on what weapon and stuff like that. Before you start Cassini, you're going to spam Cassini over and over again until you get your weapon that you want. I want to list like 2 weapons that I would highly recommend. Okay, I'll list 3 because I'm actually farming one of them. Okay, 4. 4 is really good to mention. So the Brahma is like if you do enjoy bow action, Brahma is really good. It most probably will clear the room if you shoot 1 unit. But it's a bow weapon. I'm not a big fan of bow weapons, so I'm not going to play that. That is one weapon. The Kuva Nukor is another weapon here. Where's the Nukor? The Nukor was not even listed here, bro. Oh, secondary weapons. Here we go. So the Kuva Nukor, it's one of my, like, it's actually by far my favorite pistol at the moment in the game. It's a beam weapon that chains to a second target. It has very high status damage, and also it has, yeah, very high status proccing, let's just say that. So run this with blast, flame, or heat, or magnetic, and you'll be like golden. It's really good. The Kuva Shileg is one of the best melee weapons in the game. And then currently I'm using the Sobek because the Sobek is extremely good on like 3 frames. I can only tell you one out of the top of my head right now, which is Sight. So it's currently my Sight's main weapon. If you get Sight and Sobek combination inside your EDA, ETA, or even Circuit, you'll be destroying. It's a really, really good weapon. Other than that, like, I think there's a few other weapons here that's worth getting. I've seen a guy destroy with Tsar. Heck has really good mods. So, like, the Heck could also work. But out of that, like, I wouldn't, like, deviate too much because you need to have, I think it's 5. You need to forma it 5 times in order to go to max rank, because all these weapons here that you see can get to max level 40. So you need to use 5 formas on them. So like I wouldn't go too much into like the non-tier S weapons or the tier A weapons. So I would just get, like, if you enjoy bows, get Brahma. Melee weapon, get the Shileg. It's really good. For a pistol, get the Kuva Nukor. If you play Sight, Saren, there we go. Saren is the other one. I can't remember the third one. Just get the Sobek. It's really good on those characters or those Warframes. Or if you just want a strong weapon, like, just get the Brahma, man. But yeah, there's a list. So that's what I would recommend, the weapons I would recommend. I also have the Dragoon. I'm very unhappy I have it. I just want to put Forma in it to sell it again, because I just want to get rid of that weapon as soon as I can. So yeah, I'm going to just spam Earth. The other thing I need to talk about is your Parazon. So I'm using an ul here in the first slot because if you get the first one correct on the lich, he becomes more angry. So I always have a ul on the first slot because the more angry he is, the faster he'll start to show up to fight you again. So, and then I just have 2 random ones here, Fass and Vom. To acquire these, you need to have a Requiem relic. So I'm going to just show you guys here on the avoids. So Requiem. You get 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see you get Lok, Zata, Yahoo, and Vom, Fass and Riss, and you get Kra and Netra. So you need to farm them quite a bit in order to get all the ones you need. To always get a Requiem, you can go up here to the notifications or the alerts. If you scroll a little bit lower, you can see that it is a Kuva. So you get a Kuva and a chance of a Requiem relic. So this is the best place to farm it. However, if you also do your missions with the flower icon, so if I do like this defense, we're going to fight those blue guys, which is the soldiers of the Lich. You also have a chance of getting a random Requiem relic. So by just doing this, you'll get it as well. But I would not recommend doing that on your first time. Because you're going to just make the Lich stronger for no reason. You don't have the cards in order to even guess, right? So I would just farm the Requiems. And after you have the Requiems, you have to crack it open, right? It's a relic. So you could just go to your Void Fissures at the top there, scroll all the way down, you'll see it. It has this icon next to it. It is the Kuva Grenier at the moment, Requiem Fissure. You'll just do it with a few people, and hopefully someone has a card. Always just take the card. It is very important that you have them, or as many of them as possible, so just keep on cracking. Obviously, if you find a friend that also does this, you could just exchange. Like, let's say you have double of one but not the other. You could just exchange. There's 8 of them in total. So every time you guess, you have a little bit of information. So yeah, we'll talk about that once I get this guy to spawn. But for now, I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. The best ones to do is Exterminate first. It's a high chance of your Lich spawning. The second best one to do is gonna be Survival. And the third best one that you want to do is Defense. Capture is really bad because normally it's not long enough for your Lich to spawn. If you want to focus on spawning your Lich as fast as you can, just get Exterminate, Survival, and Defense. Those are your 3 best ones to do to get your Lich to spawn as fast as possible. Excavation is also really good, but I don't have an excavation right now. You can see there's no icon here next to it. So if I click, it's just going to start the mission. Also, you want to do this on public because there's more people going to spawn if there's more people joining. So just keep that in mind as well. But I'm going to do this, and we'll talk about the next planet and stuff like that. There's going to be 5 planets in total, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be Earth. Then it's going to move over to Mars, then Ceres, then Sedna, and then the final one will be in the Kuva location. It's orbiting around here. I just don't see it right now. There it is. Kuva Fortress will be the final location. And you'll stay there until you eventually guess the 3 correct. So, but yeah, like I said before, if you want to just farm a lot, you could just like do the missions on repeat, because if I'm not mistaken, you get double the amount of what he steals by you. So it's really, really good. I actually do have an excavation here. I would recommend doing excavations as well. It's very long. It's not the top 3, but it's very long. And also you get cryotic out of it, which is a resource you need to craft weapons. So I would recommend doing excavation every time it shows up. Alright, so we did enough to find out the first the first icon. So if you go to your Parazon, the better way to do it is to press just escape and then click on the red icon here. And then you can see from this area we have Vohm. Now I'm guessing it's the last icon, because if I'm lucky enough, these three will actually be correct. Like, I'm going to take my chances here, but let's see if this is correct. You'll modify your Parazon from there, and the screen will look a little bit different. It will show you the known requirements. Is Vohm. You don't know which slot it is, by the way. You have to guess. Is it first, second, or third? And as you fight the enemies a bit more, you'll get more information. Eventually, you'll know all three icons, and then you'll just have to guess the order. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So, yeah, that is that covered. So, we'll catch you guys again once we have our Lich spawned. Okay, here we go. We found our Lich. He will just randomly show up. Don't know where he is, though. He's here somewhere. 50 meters down. So he's pushing us back like that. Liches are pretty strong later, though. So keep that in mind. But you can see it's just a one-shot. Now we have a Ul, which is a random... Like, it's a random Ul card. So we guessed the second one incorrect. So now that we got the second one incorrect, you can see at the bottom there, it says rank up. So he's gonna get stronger now. Roughly about 5 to 10 levels stronger every time he gets wrong. If you don't guess, he still gets stronger. So just keep that in mind. Whether you guess or not, it doesn't matter. He's gonna get stronger regardless. So.
Mission complete.
But now it moves from the like one Earth to one planet to another planet. And you can see it also didn't steal anything. It's kind of weird. So now he moved to somewhere else. So now it's in Mars. So it's going to be Mars, Ceres, and then Sedna, if I'm not mistaken, or Phobos. And then Kuva's the last one. It's either Sedna or Phobos. I can't remember which one. But yeah, now you have a complete planet again that looks like, you know, covered in jello. Just look for the missions you want to do, like this one right here, like survival. I'll do that in a heartbeat. And just keep on. Wait a minute. We know now that the second one is incorrect, so we need to talk about that. So we know that this one's incorrect. We know that there is this one right here. So we're going to move this one once in front. So we're going to just swap these two around. This one could still be correct, but it just means that Fass is not in this location, right? We don't know any info of another one, so... We're just gonna keep it like this then.
You tore me limb from limb.
And continue on. Okay, I think mine spawned again. I'm unsure if it's mine.
Oh no, you don't. Get back here and take what's coming to you.
I have insane ping, bro. Oh yeah, if you melee him, it's gonna like toss you around. Okay, so we know that one is most probably first now. So yeah, that was mine. So we missed our info again. So there we go, we upgraded again. So now it's going to be on Ceres. So third Earth, or third planet, sorry. And then, yeah, just choose your mission again like normal. Just make sure that you change your Parazon every time. Because you know, you get extra info. So now we know Netra's in there also. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to put Vohm first, and then we're going to put Netra in the third slot. Something like this. So we're going to test out if Vohm is first. Pretty much what it comes down to. So guys, someone raised a concern that I actually need to talk about, because it might be a question that you guys have. Like, why do it on public if my lich is spawning and someone else is stabbing them? No, it doesn't work like that. Even if you guys go for the exact same weapon with the exact same, let's say the cards that you have is exactly the same. Let's say yeah, like everything is the same. It has the same name and everything. No, they still can't stab it if it's not their lich. So the game knows obviously whose lich is who, and you're the only one that can stab your lich. No one else can. So you do it in public because you just get more of these guys spawning, more of these guys you can stab for more information. Even afterwards, like after you have all the info, let's say you have all 3 info, you still want to stab it because it makes the lich angry to spawn more often. So the more you stab them, the more info you get, the more the lich will spawn, the more guesses you have. And another thing I need to talk about is these cards that you have, they have 3 correct guesses. Or not correct guesses anymore, right? They have 3 correct locations. So I will show you guys afterwards and talk about it more in depth a bit. So let me talk about this for a second. You can see my Vohm only has 1 there. Now, this is not guesses, right? If all 3 of them is correct, then it takes 1. So meaning if Vohm is first, let's say I know Vohm is first, it's not going to take this one at the bottom there, the red icon there at the bottom. Once all 3 is taken, it will look like this. You could just sell it for some endo to get it out of your inventory. But if you guess correct or wrong, it doesn't take 1. Okay, only when all 3 of them is correct, then it'll take 1. So you can do 3 liches with a single card, if that makes sense. That's pretty much how the system works. Okay, my lich spawned again. Let's see what we can do. Okay, we know Vohm is correct. We actually might finish it here.
For keeping this interesting. You can't kill me if you keep hitting me in the bits I've had replaced.
And this guy is just like, he doesn't know where he wants to be. We might still be incorrect.
It's going to come back.
I might be dead here.
More horrible. I think they're scared. Comrades, are they scared? I think they're scared.
I'm not scared. You're the one running, dude. Okay, moment of truth. 50-50 chance. There we go. You see, now it took 1 at the bottom there. Sucks that I lost my ul, but I need to make a video for you guys also.
That's the last of them.
I think at the end I'll explain just how this works. Like, if the guessing game, like if you really struggle. But yeah, I will make a video about that.
One step closer.
Alrighty then.
Face to face. I'm so excited.
So after that's done, it becomes a railjack mission. I'll show you guys now. Okay, so for this mission, you want to make sure that you're playing a single target high damage unit, like Mesa, for example, or Valkyr. For this example, we're going to play Mesa, because Mesa is just really, really good when it comes to boss fights, as well as single target and stuff. So yeah, we're going to choose Mesa here.
Well put together, operator. Now get out there.
Then over here, once you actually select this, you can choose Railjack at the top right corner here. And then you can choose your mission. So for us, it's going to be the Kuva Lich. Just make sure that you are either on private or on invite only. I'm going to help a guy here. He asked me to carry him. So I'm going to do just that. We're going to make it invite only and then start the mission. So then it's just a regular railjack mission where you can just shoot the enemies and stuff like that. But we're actually just here for like doing whatever we need to. So you can see over there we need to kill 59 fighters and 3 cruise ships. So you're just going to do that. Just kill them. Like, you need to have at least a somewhat decent... I would say somewhat decent, but... You need at least something in order to kill them, so you just can't use the standard railjack. Unfortunately. So... But yeah, just kill them, and then you should be done. Then you can actually get to the final part of the mission. Alright, so once you're inside, you just have to get and destroy your lich. That's pretty much it.
This one again.
Alright, so once your lich is down, all you gotta do is press on it. And then you can choose between Vanquish or Convert. Now, Convert means you want to make him a defender on your railjack. I don't recommend against it, so we're gonna just choose Vanquish over here.
Well, fair's fair.
So once you're done, you'll get a message here that says you have the weapon. Alright, so then you just go to your foundry and you can type in the name of the weapon and you'll see it over here. So then you can claim your weapon. Now I just want to talk about something because I do already have a Kuva Sobek. But I did that because of this right here, the fusion. You can see that this one that I have right now has a crystal on, it has Forma and stuff like that. If I combine it with this, like if I just click on the Sobek over here, you can see that we are going to... Okay. I don't care. We're going to get 60%. So you want to combine your weapon until it's 60%. It's the cap. It's the limit right there. And you want to make sure that you are on the one that you want to upgrade, right? You don't want to choose the wrong one, otherwise you'll lose all your stuff on it. So right now the fusion's complete. We have 60 toxin right now. You can choose whatever you want here by changing it over on this. You have to buy it. I think it's 20 plat, or you can buy, I think it's 50,000 standing in one of the locations. So you can obviously change whatever build you want to do. So if you want to go electricity or anything like that, you can do that. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to show you guys now how the math works behind the guessing game. Okay, so this is pretty much what it comes down to. There's 8 different ones, so 1 through 8. And 1 through 8 can be in a single slot, which is first, second, or third. However, if 1 is in the first slot, then 1 can't be in 2 or 3, if that makes sense. So, pretty much this is how I do the calculations, or the math behind this. So, you have your joker. I don't know why I can't move this. You have your joker always in the first slot. Then, which is your ul, by the way. So maybe I should just rename it to the actual name. Ul. I think that's how you pronounce or spell it. So you have your ul here, which is the joker. The 2 and the 3 doesn't matter what you put in there. It's like 90%, 95, 99% chance of being incorrect because you have no information. But let's say you get the first information eventually. And the first information is, let's say, 4. Okay? What I would like to do then, I put the 4 in the second slot. I test whether it's in the second slot first, because we always keep the joker in the first slot. Let's say it's not in the second slot. Then you will just swap these 2 around. The ul and the 4, you'll swap them around. Because if you do get the 4 and it's correct, you'll keep it there, obviously. If it's not, your very first piece of information is that you have a 4 in the last slot. Normally, by the time you know whether the 4 is on the first or the second slot, you'll normally get the second card information. Let's say the second card is, let's say it's 7. you will then test the 7 in the first slot. But if you do have an ul, there's a chance that it's a 50-50 chance then that this is correct. Because if it's incorrect, all you have to do is swap the 7 and the ul around. So it will take you a total of 4 guesses to know exactly where everything is with an ul. Now, if you don't have an ul, the only thing you can do then, let's say you don't have one, the only thing you can do then is test 4, whether it's, like, this is the first information you got, whether 4 is in this first slot. And if the answer is no, you'll just put in the second slot and you keep guessing the first one, right? So hopefully the second information you get, let's say 7, is in the first slot. And if it's not, you'll put it in slot 3. You can put the, like, either way, you could put one or the other in slot 4, right? Or slot 2, sorry. Whether you want to do 4 or 7, doesn't really matter. Then the third information you'll get is always going to be 1. Because you tested 4 and it's not 1. You tested 7 and it's not 1. So whatever the last info you got then will be in the first slot. And the bad thing about this is that you never know whether 4 is second or whether it's third. So you'll just have to go again until you're correct. That's why the ul is a bit better, because you need one less chance, if that makes sense, one less planet in order to guess it correctly. Because after you know where one has to go, it's literally a 50-50 to be correct the next time. If you want to know how to obtain these ul cards, pretty much, you get these ul cards by guessing correct. By having all 3 of them correct, you have a chance of getting an ul card. Now, I did get one 4 times in a row. Just by the way, so I have quite a bit of them. I'm not going to sell them because I'm going to be farming these things eventually a lot. So, yeah, it's just a nice thing to have. So, always use ul first. Like I said before, it ramps up the anger meter, you can pretty much say, by the boss, by your lich. And if you ramp up the anger meter, it's just going to show up more often. Cool, guys. If you have any questions about how to spawn a lich or how to fight the lich or anything along those lines, the lich is normally very easy. I did fight a very hard lich tonight, but the guy had like 5 million credits in him. Like he went on very long sprees of survival with his friends, and yeah, it has 5 million credits. So like I said, you double the credits that you get on the lich. So it's a good, like, if you want to farm credits, it most probably is a good idea. But to be honest, on the planets that it lands on, I think maybe only the Kuva planet is worth it potentially to do like survival on for like endurance, like a 2-hour survival. But I just honestly think it's just not good enough. It's just most probably better for you to do index or do the other farms for credits. That is just way better. But the video is already long, so I'm going to just end it here. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you have any questions, let me know. It's not a straightforward feature. I think I explained it like my ass there with Photoshop. But it gets the job done. If you really struggle to do this, just use AI and tell them, like, you know, you guessed the first 2 incorrect, like, please help. Like, you're really struggling. For me, it's just simple math. If it's not in slot 1, like, you have a 50-50 chance already to get it in the right slot. That's pretty much what it comes down to. It's simple math. I mean, I got mine in the 3rd planet. So, but yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.